Hi, I'm Coach Dave. I'm training to qualify for London and Boston marathons. I'm using ChatGPT as my running coach. Rather than the normal weekly training diary, I thought this week I could share how I use ChatGPT after each run every day. So I'll do that. Before I go there though, I'll just give you a quick summary of what I'm doing this week. Following the Norwegian singles approach with the Marathon Adaption from James Copeland's book. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Press the buttons. Did you do it yet? I'll give you a few more seconds. Okay, thanks very much.
The basic Norwegian singles approach is very simple. 3 easy runs, 3 sub-threshold interval sessions and an easy long run each week. James explains the marathon adaptation in his book. He calls the first 5 weeks the sub-threshold base phase. It is mostly very similar to the basic 8 hours per week approach, but extends the long run. The week shown is week 3. I just completed week 1, with a total of 8 hours 43 minutes and 74 kilometres. The long run was 2.5 hours. James recommends capping the long run at 3 hours.
With a total of 74 kilometres in the week, we also finished the Virtual Challenger North, which is very exciting, with a week to spare. So that's awesome. I don't know whether to think about taking on the full virtual spine next year. Not sure whether I've got that, but 260 odd kilometres in 3 weeks. That's not too shabby.
Now I'd like to show how I work with Gemma, the name I've given to my ChatGPT coach. After every run, I give her the data either in text form like this, or she can read a screenshot of the Garmin Connect activity summary. What she can't do is load the data from Strava or Garmin directly, which is a bit frustrating. In response, she provided some commentary on the run. It's usually rather gushing and over-complimentary. In this case, she's helpfully analysed the up and down intervals. She then went on to provide some further insights on the overall session. I could probably figure these out for myself, but the external validation is quite helpful. The big takeaway from this session was the last paragraph. We were ahead of the target pace and kept the maximum heart rate well within the lactate threshold ceiling. A well-executed session. Initially, it's quite fun to talk to her and have her respond, but this quickly starts to feel very slow, and I now always interact through text. This is what she sounds like.
Key takeaways. 1. The uphill dominance. Your uphill average was approximately 5 minutes, 11 seconds and 8 milliseconds per kilometre. Compared to your adjusted target of 5:15 per kilometre, you were nearly 4 seconds faster per kilometre on the hard sections, yet your max HR never exceeded 137 BPM. You are becoming a very strong climber.
Next, I asked her to build a table comparing this run with previous similar sessions. Again, very interesting and helpful. I could have done it myself, but this is much faster. Seeing that table, I wondered how my improvements in the 3-minute rep time compared with the other sessions, so I asked her. And now we can see one of her biggest failings. She loses history and context very quickly. I have to maintain this table myself in a separate spreadsheet. That's as much as I was planning to show about using ChatGPT today. If you want to see more or have particular questions, please do put them in the comments below.
I'll put some links on the screen to some other videos that you might like to watch, mainly about Norwegian singles, but also about using ChatGPT as my running coach. Please follow along as I try to qualify good for age for London and Boston Marathon.